Okie dokie. So welcome on in. Um, Last time we left off, who wants to summarize? Do you guys know what happened last time?
I got shot.
Came back.
Did you say that you got shot?
And the noble.
I got shot, and Varn lost 2 legs.
Hmm. You know, it'd be crazy to think how many legs Varin has, because it's definitely more than like 5.
It's definitely
There's a
less
joke,
than
right?
12.
Yeah.
There's definitely a joke to be had, but I'm not going to say it.
He's basically Squidward.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So, last we left off, if none of you guys remember, um, you guys were in the catacombs and you realized that you had been trapped there, likely as a ruse, a plan of the Duke's, because you were unable to get out. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, uh, there was a creature in this catacomb that put you all to sleep after you gained several levels of exhaustion. The Duke had also poisoned you, which is why you had gained some levels of exhaustion. And when you guys woke up, you found yourself in a completely dark place, waking up to a familiar face. Misai is back in action. She woke you guys up. She was overjoyed to see you. And that's where we left off. So Misai is standing there, and she helps you guys up, sort of, except for Kopak. But she kind of pretends to help Kopak up, and just goes, "Oh my goodness! It's it's been so long. How long has it been up top? It's I feel like it's been months and months and months, but it can't have been that long. Um, how are you guys? How did you get down here? What happened?" She looks back and forth between a lot of you. Uh, Sorry. I realized that it did the thing on Discord. If I don't have the Discord thing open, it goes, "I'm not open. I'm going to die." All right.
It's just going to freak the fuck out.
Yeah, it's like you're not allowed to talk if you don't have the Discord tab open. It's illegal. Okay. So Misai sort of helps you guys up. Kopak, she doesn't really help you up, but she gives you a hand. And as she does so, she sort of looks at you guys and goes, "What? How did you get down here? I I feel like it's been months since I saw it. It can't be months, but it feels like months. What happened?"
I got electrocuted, arrested, and then got us kicked out of the city. Nothing else of import happened.
Oh, all right.
Najma goes and hugs Misai and says, "We've been wondering all this time where you've been. We were so worried. We thought that you were gone forever, maybe."
We did try to look for you, but you left literally no trace and no leads.
I'm so sorry. Well, I've been down here. in the Underdark. That's
We're in the Underdark?
yes. Ironic for a fire genasi, isn't it? But
Are we that close to?
hmm?
It was a bad joke.
No.
I was gonna say, are we
Kopak
that
is
close
going
to
to
Baldur's
immediately
Gate?
have a kind of.
Oh my god. Baldur's Gate.
That's a completely separate plane.
Like I said, are we that close to Baldur's?
No. And she says, "Yes, I've been down here in the Underdark. It's been interesting, let's say. Trying to get back. You know, look, I know that everybody says, you know, not to trust drow elves, and I know that stuff happened with the ones up top, but uh I've kind of made friends with some of the people down here.
Listen,
Um,
that happened 10,000 years ago.
10,000 years ago?
Yeah, that shit with the drows, we cool with them.
Oh, okay. Well,
Says the person who got freaked out.
I see. Well, the drow down here have a very different story about everything that has happened compared to the ones up top. Um, I thought it was worth listening to. If I would recommend that you guys listen to it, if
Oh
possible.
yeah, no, totally. Hell yeah, let's do it.
It's better than the most recent news we've heard. She looks.
Oh,
Nashma looks at Varen and Kopak.
what happened?
We might have been poisoned, but we're still not sure on that front.
Oh, oh my goodness. Are you guys okay now? And she sort of just like looks you over.
Pretty sure I'm dying.
Oh my goodness.
No, Varn said he was fine, so maybe he wasn't poisoned. But I know I was, and I believe Najma was.
That was
Could
last session, Varin. This is this session, Varin.
can I do a quick once over of them? Person.
Of those two?
Yeah.
Yes. Roll me a medicine check with advantage because you know exactly what you're looking for.
Medicine check with advantage. Give me a second here.
Hmm.
Dice and you roll it twice.
That sushi had a big piece of wasabi on it, and I was not expecting wasabi.
Oh, that sucks.
It's
Where
fine.
is my?
I will survive.
Okay, that's okay. It's plus the plus 4. Uh, 11 plus 4, so 15.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So you guys um you you sort of look around and you see that they seem to be fine now. It's kind of like you took a long rest for you, you don't know how long you were out, but it seems to be quite some time. Um, because all traces of the poison are gone from your bodies.
I will
Great.
relay this information. Yeah.
I told you I felt fine. And you
Does this
worried.
also mean we get the benefits of a long rest?
Yes, you also get the benefits of a long rest.
Yeah, full health and all spell slots back.
Did you guys level up last time? Did I have you level up?
Yeah.
Going from 7th level to 8th level as a rogue doesn't do much.
Yeah, you do get your ability score increased though.
I do. I put it into Dex.
Good. Finally, the rogue will have some dex.
I have all the Dex.
Now you have.
I just don't have the luck.
You should have taken the lucky feat then.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe make better life
I
choices.
took another feat.
What did you take?
What is it? The resilient feat.
Mm. All right.
It lets me add my proficiency to strength save.
All right.
I will
Because for
use
being
my
elephant, I am weak.
Mr. Elephant Man is definitely the weakest of the party. Okay.
Skinny elephant.
So, Misai sort of gives you guys a once over. Najma, she gives you a full hug. She
I
says,
missed her.
um,
I was tired of being the only female.
she does sort of, when she gives you guys the hugs, uh, her hair sort of dies down a little bit. And so she's clearly repressing her fire, innate fire, so that she can, give you guys hugs.
Not burn us.
Yeah. Did you consider it that way? So, you guys, uh, is there anything else you would like to say to her? Because she's sort of looking back and forth, like she's ready to start walking somewhere.
Not for
I'm
me,
gonna.
Saeed, but could you roll my d4 for my
Yes.
augmentation?
What did you go?
Let me know what you roll.
Oh, I need to roll this, right? Oh, that's a 3. Those are the boots,
I
right?
get rocket punch today.
All right. So, Misai sort of looks back and forth after giving Najma a hug and says, "Well, I can take you to one of the cities, or the sort of village that's relatively close by. Um, it's there's a lot of things that are, well, I mean, obviously different, but they seem to like me fairly well here. If you guys are okay coming with me, they'll at least give us or at least give. I have a place I live, so you can stay with me. Is that all right?
Sounds
I
convenient. Let's go.
Yeah, I can't tell you exactly how they're going to react. They can be, I mean, obviously hostile. Uh, so just bear that in mind.
Okay.
We have to make the best of our situation. Can't exactly go back to from where we came from.
True, true. All right. So let me draw. So you guys sort of landed on a rocky little patch. Najma, you're the only one that has dark vision. But the rest of you guys can see because Misai is a living fire. Um, You
I also
do
have glow gas.
you do have glowing axe as well, yes. Um, but so Najma, you can see a little bit farther than everybody else, but you seem to be sort of on a very wide cliff face almost, and it has stone bridges that they don't look like they have been artificially made. They look natural, but there is sort of stone everything. Um, and underneath it, you all can hear the drip, 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 and the whoosh of water.
Hmm.
So Misai leads you. Let me share my screen with you guys. Um, I don't. It's not wanting me to do that. Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, while this is happening, Kopax is looking a lot more antsy than usual.
Okay.
Is this obvious to everyone, or
I would say yes.
I'm pretty sure if a 7-foot tall elephant looks nervous, everyone can tell.
No, I'm just double checking because it's like I don't know something they have to roll for.
If he said it, then it is something that is going to be a little bit out of the ordinary. All
Are
right.
are
Yes, I'm listening.
elephant men supposed to shake like that?
From what you've seen,
Elephant men are supposed
no.
to be underground.
Aren't?
No, they're not supposed
They're
to be
not.
underground.
Why not? Are you
Too
bothered
tight
by the fact
spaces.
that there's a roof that seems like it's closing in on you at all times in the overwhelming darkness?
Kopak will now have a panic attack. What do I roll for that?
That would be a Constitution failing throw.
That's interesting because it's my highest stat. So it's a 4 plus 4.
8.
Rolled an
That's
8.
enough.
So 8. Yeah, you're especially with Varen's words, you're realizing, oh, I might be claustrophobic.
That's a strange thing to realize.
And you're
Especially
not
where we've been.
you were not enjoying this newfound utter darkness that you have found yourselves in.
I did not like the last darkness I found myself in. That's how I loathe things.
Yeah, but at least this time you have Misai right there.
This
Um,
is a real darkness.
and
A
so
deep.
you guys do have bright light for you have bright light for about 20 feet before it goes to dim light for the next 40 feet.
I'd like to look around with my magic detecting eye.
For anything demonic.
Yeah,
Uh
in the darkness.
Actually technically it's anything devilish.
Does that include? Oh, I totally lost the word. Tieflings?
Um very, very little. Tieflings are humanoids, they are not devils. Um and only ones that have close connections with a devil are going to are they're the only ones that are actually going to like glow for you.
Okay.
So like Idru did, but Najma is a cleric of a goddess, god. Um,
Got it.
and so she doesn't really glow. If you look very, very closely, she might, but
Oh, because angels and demons are the same thing, just in different places.
no, not in this
Oh,
lore.
because I can see the absence of absolutely no demonic energy on her, which means she's
Because
glowing with holy energy.
yes,
Woohoo!
because she has more connections with holiness than she does with the demonic. Okay.
And demonic just means anything from hell, right?
So in D&D there is a difference between demonic and demons. Sorry, demons and devils. Demons are the more humanoid and slightly more intelligent. And devils are devils are the humanoid and slightly more intelligent. They're the rulers of hell. They are more akin to fallen angels. And then demons are like Chainsaw Man devils. So like they are embodiments of certain aspects. Make sense?
So do both have demonic energy?
So I'm gonna to clarify. Okay, your eye senses infernal energy. So anything from the
Okay, anything
hells.
from Infernus, anything from the hells. Okay,
Yes, anything
that's
from the
what I was
hells.
asking at first.
Yep. Okay. Um. All right. So, uh, this little this is kind of what you see. You can put on this I'll put a little.
Wait, does that mean Mimosa is glowing?
Uh, I mean, she's literally glowing because you
No,
guys have.
aren't
She is a.
Ganassi like children of people who have been
They're
to the hells?
no, they're elementals.
Okay.
It's nature stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Ganassi are more like genie people type
yes,
deal.
they are the distant offspring of in this case, a fire elemental.
I'm trying to
Sorry,
be quiet so you can continue.
I took a big bite of sushi.
Ah.
Nom nom nom. All right. Okay. So, you guys, if you're looking at the screen, are a small little campfire. That's about where you are.
Oh
Um,
shit, I can't see anything.
Oh, I see it. Yep.
uh, um, you can always go to the YouTube stream, although it'll be a little bit behind. Um, so, oh, the Emperor has awoken. You guys are the little fire. Um, basically, what it looks like, you are in a huge cavern. Where you are is mostly rocky. Um, there's some lichen and some moss, but um, and you see that there's a little bit of mold that is spreading. That it's a dark purplish in color, but it seems to be being overtaken by the moss and lichen. Um, Misai sort of points out in the general darkness and says, "The city is that way. There's a lot of ledges and walking that we're gonna have to do. Uh, there's what they call the deep water underneath everything. So this area of the Underdark is completely covered in water. The sea sort of, the sea's mostly above us, so that's why. So yeah, if you guys are ready, it's gonna be about a full day walk at least. You guys ready?
Yep.
Whatever gets us out of here faster.
Okay. So with me saying your guide, you guys are able to sort of go along. There's a she sort of tells you about um, this town. DM is still thinking of a name because names are hard. Um, give me a minute. Fantasy name generator. But she tells you about this town, and it's it's kind of just it's more like um it's definitely a city, but it is a very sort of cutthroat society, which is in line with anything you guys have heard about drow elves.
So everything about drow females is true.
Yes. So go ahead and roll my history check to see what you guys do know.
What was a history check, right?
Yep, history check.
Oh, got the first nat 20 of the day.
Woo!
Woo!
Nice.
You also got one?
No, I got a 16.
Oh, I thought I heard you say twice. So
What'd you get, Ruby?
What?
What did you get? What did you roll for your
How good does
17? Ruby?
better than me?
Oh, sorry, Dead. What did you get again? I forgot.
16.
16. Okay. Ooh.
Am I gonna get electrocuted again?
Okay,
Do
so
you want me to?
you guys, you guys all can recall that traditionally, before Adriania had sort of brought them up from the Underdark, drow elves were known to be extremely scary, a very matriarchal society, which isn't uncommon with elves, but it is uh, it is very strong. It is the real world equivalent of the patriarchy, but matriarchal. So male drow are often seen as lesser, and only fit for menial tasks. The women sort of rule everything and have always have the final say. Um, let's see. Most of them that you know of do follow Wolf, who is the sort of spider goddess and the goddess of the drow. You guys have already sort of encountered her and sort of heard her name around, so you would know that already. Drow are also known sometimes, at least Underdark Drow, have been known to just outright kill people that offend them, especially if they're non-Drow or if they are sometimes males. Um, they
Well, Rip Lauren.
they also
It was great knowing you.
yeah, they also do some sacrifices sometimes if there has been a particular insult against. Um, well, you're not really sure, but they've also been known to do some sacrifices to their goddess or something. Um, so on one hand, to you, it seems very barbaric, but it also at the same time, they're elves. So how barbaric can it be? Like they're probably very like civilized about it, but it's very very violent. Um, kind of imagine sort of Aztec society. So um, Najma with that nat 20, uh, you do recall that there are specifically several large towns. Um, you've never been to the Underdark. You don't know where these towns are, but the biggest one is called Rabac, Rabac. Um, and the other one is known as Shersiet, um, Shersiet. And these, there are sort of rumors, so this is specifically Najma, there are rumors that these cities are like huge, gorgeous underground palaces. Their cities, there's rumors that these have fallen to ruin. There's rumors that um, the elves are lording over the other creatures that live in these areas and keep them as slaves. There's some rumors that these are some of the most like advanced nations on this planet, but nobody is allowed to ever see them. So there's a lot of conflicting rumors, but most of them sort of talk about a culture shock.
I relay this information to everyone, and then and thusly with that, I asked Visai, are are any of these true? Is anything is anything any of this actually confirmed, or is it different than what we've known?
Um, well, um, I mean, I was pretty surprised. I think they're pretty friendly. But I maybe that's just me. Um, I grew up in a family that's pretty cutthroat. Uh, they're not they're my family is has been known for doing crime for a very long time. So perhaps I fit into this society for a little bit better than most. Um, but uh, yeah, I mean, so this city that we're going to is Shersia, and they have some really interesting inventions that I think would, well, they would never allow it in the up top, but it would be very very interesting and would be life changing for a lot of people. But it's things that just make sense down here. So a little bit of both, I think. But they again they are usually not welcoming of visitors. Uh, so I guess be ready to. Well, you're with me, so you should be fine. Yeah, you should be fine.
Najma just has Misa is just going to see that Najma has this look on her face of, I never heard about this. Well, sorry, didn't say. Like Najma just has this look on her face, like, you didn't tell me your family was violent, sort of look.
I'll have me say you roll insight. She did not do well on her insight, so she doesn't notice.
Mm.
But yeah. So she sort of chats about what she's been up to. Apparently she started a little mushroom garden. Uh, she is doing some odd jobs around town. Um, the drow don't like her, but they're not like the ones up top where they automatically assume that she's the lowest caste. It's more so that she's just not a drow elf. And
They just hate everyone equally.
yeah, but it's not, but it's more of a, oh, you're not a drow elf, but okay, I guess I'll talk to you, rather than the extreme caste system where I will whip you if you talk to me.
Oh my.
Um, so
It
she
smells
does
like
kind of,
prison gangs.
mhm. So she does kind of enjoy this this better, and she has the skills to survive here, um, because her family has been in the thievery business since as long as anybody can remember. So you guys get about half the day, and you guys can kind of notice. So Najma, you're the one that really notices. Um, Kopak, you have a really high passive, right?
Kinda?
What is
For
it?
investigation or perception?
Just your passive perception.
It's a 15.
Okay. Ruby, what are you guys' passive perceptions again? Ruby and Najma.
I'm sorry, what?
Passive perception.
Passive perception?
Yep.
Ten.
Okay. Najma.
15.
Okay. So Najma and Kopak, you get about half the day in. Um, some of it is spent in quiet as Nisai takes you down to these rocky slopes. You guys have to do a little bit of rock climbing. Or there's some parts where she tells you you have to be really quiet because there's mushrooms that will scream if you get too close to them or make too much noise. But you guys get about half the day, and you sort of realize that there's a little bit of a breeze, and that sort of dripping, the sort of waves, the rush of waves is a little bit louder. Najma, you can see sort of not quite to the edge of where you are, but you can see enough to assume that you have stepped onto a massive sort of land bridge. Um,
Ooh.
does get a little bit colder. All of you notice this. Um, but Misai just keeps on walking. She does very much stand out, as she is a fire genasi and everything is dark. You do know that you do notice that there are some molds, mushrooms, and a couple of stones that have a very faint bioluminescence. There's also some insects that you never quite get close enough to see them properly, but there seems to be some sort of insect or flying thing in the far distances that glow very dimly. But Misai is definitely the brightest thing that you guys have seen in this part. All right. Um, okay. So you guys make it through the rest of the day, and then you get to as you get within about an hour of it, um, more like 30 minutes of it, you guys start to see a very dull purple bluish glow in front of you. And as you get closer and closer, Misai sort of lets herself dim a little bit, and she sort of explains to you guys, um, we're getting close to the city. The elves have very very sensitive eyes, so I try to not be too bright. Uh, you you'll get used to it.
I
And
guess I'll turn off the axe as well.
um, so you guys are functionally in dim light, but your eyes are very slowly adjusting. Um, so you guys walk about another 35, 40 minutes, and you reach these colossal gates, but only gates. There doesn't seem to be a wall, and it looks like you could just go around the gates, but Misai just stops in front of the gates and turns to look at you guys. Let me write down the
Is
name
this it?
Yes, this is it. We need to wait for. Well, I guess I can. I do need to announce your presence. It would be bad for you if you were to simply just walk in without uh, somebody with you. And right as she says that, um, two elves sort of open each gate. Um, it, it doesn't creak, and it seems to be very fine workmanship as it opens. And these two drow elves, these bright red eyes, come out and look at Misai and say, "You have people with you. Where did these come from? And what is that one? Is it a people?" Uh, they point at you, Topak, when they say that. Misai says, "Yes, these are my my previous party that I was traveling with. They I would like to welcome them into the city." That one is Kopak. He is a. She sort of pauses for a second. Kopak. Kopak. Remind me what your species is called.
Was that you cut out a bit?
Kopak, remind me what your species is called, is what Misai says.
I'll just whisper back, Loxodon.
Loxodon. He's a Loxodon. They are primarily from Guanikia. And the two guards sort of like look at each other and. All right, well, you can come in. Make sure they get to see Her Majesty, or Her Highness, before. Within the next 12 hours. Isai just, of course. She gives a very formal bow, and then she turns and says, "Shall we?" And walks at the gate. Now, as you guys can see this dull purple glow that seems to be coming from the city, but beyond it, all you can really see are ruins and these purple lines that seem to go out from the gate. And as far as you can see them just going out, and it seems to take place of the wall, but you can't really see much else besides a vague purple glow and a bunch of ruins. All right, so Misai walks to the gate, and as soon as she crosses the threshold, she disappears. And the two elves are looking at you guys impatiently. What do you guys do?
Varen's been in this situation before, so he's going to stand respectfully and silently.
Okay.
Bullshit, first of all. Secondly, I'll follow Misai
Okay.
wherever she disappeared. Wall thingy.
Okay. Najma?
Najma's a bit taken aback, to say the very least. She sees that Kopak's going forward, so she's like, those two are going, so I will follow.
Okay. So, Kopak, you walk through first. You go through the gate, and as soon as you reach where the hinges of the gate are, because the gate swings outward, you feel a ripple of extremely powerful magic, and you walk through barrier, and then in front of you is a huge, huge city with skyscrapers and people sort of everywhere. And Misai is just standing there looking at you and with a huge grin. Najma, you come through. You feel the same ripple of energy, and then you sort of push through it, and then you see this one of the biggest cities you've ever seen, and definitely the tallest city that you've ever seen. Now, Varin, you stand back and you let Kopak and Najma go. Kopak goes, and you see as he just walks forward, and he just sort of disappears. It's like he's walking into something. It's easier to see with Kopak because he is larger. With Najma, it doesn't take as long, but her tail does sort of disappear. Is still there when the rest of her has disappeared for a couple seconds.
So, like, they're walking through a sheet that I can't see, and they aren't visible on the other side of it.
Yes.
Like walking into water that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't ripple.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been electrocuted enough times for this. I keep my hands behind my back, my head in a proud stance, and I walk through.
Okay. You walk through. You, even though you aren't really magic, you feel very strong, well, tingling sensation, almost electric.
I'll be electrocuted again.
but it is not electric. You have enough experience with that to sort of tell the difference by now.
If I don't
Um,
get Shocking Grasp by the end of this campaign as a spell I can use or a cantrip, I'm be pissed.
I might give it to you just for
You would.
recompense. But so you walk through, you feel it sort of feels like pins and needles all over your whole body. And your eye, your special eye, gives you a really sharp twinge. Um, and then you're through. And you also see this huge, huge city. It's glowing purple and blue.
I walk over to Kopek, I put my hand on his shoulder. I say, Drow brothels.
First thing he does when he's emphasizing it, he just does that, just pulls that.
So Misai sort of like turns to look at you and then kind of says, they certainly exist, but
What?
they're the opposite of what exists above. It is mostly men that are taken for their pleasure here, not women.
Alright, guys, you'll never see me again. Laters.
Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yeah.
Baron found his calling.
Wait, what'd you say, Ruby?
Does that mean Barn's gonna live in the brothel, or is he running away from the city?
I think
Oh,
Varn is
no.
living in the brothel.
In the
Oh,
brothel.
I thought he was implying that he was just like,
Listen,
okay,
listen.
I'm going for the drow males too. I thought that was what he was
If
implying.
drow men and women want to come pay me for my services, I'm perfectly okay with that.
Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Var doesn't have any residual trauma from how many drow have fucking hated his guts.
You don't understand. That's the appeal.
It's
Okay.
it's like a form of self masochism.
That does say a lot about Varn. That makes a whole lot of sense.
There's no shocking, apparently.
Ha 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 ha. All right. So, Misai sort of just like laughs at you and says, "Hold off on that for a little bit. Let's show you around." Um, and she proceeds to give you a tour of um, Sheriff's Yard. So the outer city, as it's called, is more or less. It's not the most impressive part of the city. It's mostly housing and the everyday mundane sort of things. There's shops. Um, there's shops. There's things that you would expect to find in your more residential areas. Um, the middle of the city is where it gets very interesting. And she sort of points it out and says, that's where the imperial palaces are, all of the courts and jurors and legal matters happen, and as well as, uh, well, paperwork. Even the drow here are not exempt from that. And then she points to the what would be the south on the map. She points to the south and says, "That is where more experimentation tends to happen, where
Ooh.
technomancers and artificers like yourself, Kopak, uh, tend to go. My house is on the northern side of the city. Um, if you would follow me, um, they will stare at you, and Varn and Kopak. Well, Kopak, I'm not sure how they'll treat you. Either they'll treat you as a animal, or they they will just ignore you. But Varn, they will treat you as, well, scum,
Why?
uh, because you're a human male. But just keep your head up, and we'll get through it. So, and she says that and leads you on through the city. Now, this city is, you thought above ground was advanced, like in Hidianju. This is advanced. There are people that are sort of flying overhead. Um, there's like on a regular basis, there's um, some sort of vehicle that is also flying overhead. There's the purplish blue strips of white that line every street. Everything is paved to perfection. It's very much in, if you want to a little bit metagame it, it is very much a modern looking city. It almost looks like New York.
I hope the
Um,
subways are better.
But can I get a Switch 2 here?
oh, um, you guys, some people do recognize Misai, and the children, the female children specifically, wave at her. Um, and the adults either bow, um, or they hurry out of sight. Um, but you do get through most of the city. And then, Lauren, I need you to roll an athletics or acrobatics as somebody tries to grab you.
Finally, I'm being taken to my harem dreams to be a slave.
Watch what's that someone with a male drone.
It was meant to be.
Everyone's just like, see you later, guys.
All right, would you get a
Don't wait
1?
up.
I had a 9. I rolled a 3.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Okay. So this person, it is a female drow. And
Never mind, I rolled a 3.
she
Take
grabs
me, mama.
she grabs you from the back of the group, uh immediately puts her hand over your mouth, drags you into an alleyway, and then just slams you against the wall and stares at you. Kopak and Najma, roll perception to see if you notice this
Don't
amongst
you
all the
fucking
other
dare.
chaos.
Don't either of you fucking dare.
My actual rolling perception is worse than my passive, which is weird.
Wait.
That's shit when you take the observant feat.
Yeah. I want you to roll perception because my thoughts are that you guys are a little bit overwhelmed because this is a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
Najma, you grew up in small town with like village, like straw thatched houses that were one, maybe two rooms. These
Yeah. I
are
rolled a 1.
Ruby, I am so sorry.
skyscrapers.
I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1. Nothing's gonna help.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. This is how it was meant to be.
I'm so sorry, Ruby. I rolled a nat 20.
No, you didn't.
So,
And then if I could smell him, I would have the advantage.
you notice the lack of his smell, actually. So yeah, I'd count that. And you sort of, you don't see where he's gone, but you notice he's gone.
Actually, can I do for the fluff for this?
Okay, so there's this female
Please
elf
do.
who
No,
slams you. Okay.
Kopak. You turn around, see me being dragged off by some strange woman, but I have the biggest grin on my face, so you just turn back around.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, who am I to get in the way of Varn's dream? I just better get a wedding invite.
As long as it's not a funeral invite.
Well, I already knew I was going to that.
So, Varn, this drow, she stares at you, and then she says something in Elvish. Do you speak Elvish?
Ooh, I do. I did not take Elvish as my second language for no reason whatsoever.
Oh, this is what.
This was planned from the start.
Varn with the sexy elf life. Well, this lady.
Accuse you, wives.
Good luck with that. So this
Do
lady.
not plan
I
to
don't think we
survive
should.
the ordeal.
This lady sort of stares at you, and then she says something, and you're able to understand it. She says, "Filthy human man, get out of my country right now, or I will kill you. You do not belong here."
So do I have to pay for this service, or
Do you say that in Elvish?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you say that in Elvish?
Okay, hold on, give me a second. I gotta think because Elvish is a very, very specific language. Give me a second.
He's trying to articulate.
Mm-hmm. I
He
can
wants
sense,
this to go really well.
I can sense the two brain cells.
They're
In
churning. They're
Elvish,
churning.
in Elvish, I say, is this a gift, or are you trying to sell me something?
She sort of further glares at you. And then she says, "The only thing that I'm selling you is your death, filthy human." And then she tries to split your throat with a dagger.
Dex save.
Does a 15 hit?
Dex save.
That's not how this
Uncanny
works.
dodge.
That's how that works. Okay, uncanny dodge. So you take. So uncanny
Hold
dodge.
on.
Your armor is less than a 15?
Excuse me. Don't I get to roll to dodge?
No. That's not.
Why would
how-
I not be able to roll to dodge?
Because that's not how D&D works. She's slashing at you with a dagger. She
Uh-oh.
tries to. She rolled a 15 to hit your AC. That hit. This is not Shadowrun or another.
Hey, excuse me. You did not bring me into combat.
This is a surprise attack.
Then I have a chance to roll to dodge. We're not in combat.
No. Unless you're citing some rule.
That's not how
I am-
uncanny dodge roll.
No.
I know that's not how uncanny
uncanny dodge
dodge works. So am I in combat? No.
Yes.
Next round you will be.
Okay.
After she gets a hit on you, then yes.
Hold on.
Also, what's your AC if it's lower than a 15?
It's 13.
What is your
That's
modifier?
including the armor buffs.
I'm not wearing any armor.
Why?
No, you're right. I got armor buffs from you. Where the hell did I write those down? I don't think I wrote those down anywhere. So if you could find that for me.
Well, what's your heaviest armor you can wear?
Should be studded leather.
So that should be 12 plus your dex mod plus 1 from my augmentation.
Okay,
So with
so
the armor and my augmentations, that's a 13, and then your dex mod, whatever that is, at that.
okay, so there is. I looked it up. I have to roll to see if I'm surprised or not. If I'm surprised, you're absolutely right, person.
Are
If
you
I'm not
going
surprised,
by 2024 rules?
I have no idea.
That sounds like some 2024 bullshit.
Well, my question to you is, how do we decide if I'm surprised or not?
A surprise attack is, unless you have the alert feat, somebody randomly attacking you, you get your reaction. So I'm giving you your reaction, which is uncanny dodge, and then after she slices you for half damage, you are going to get we're gonna roll for it.
Roll for what?
Initiative.
For fighting.
Okay. She's not randomly slitting my throat. She just told me twice she was going to kill me.
And then you mouthed off, yes.
I knew she was going to attack me, though.
Which is
But
why
she
you
also
said,
let her grab
It's not a
you.
random attack. That's all I'm saying.
look, I'm already bending the rules because surprise attack means you don't get your reaction. I am allowing you your reaction. Because
Unless you want to get assassinated and we leave you in the gutter.
Whatever.
Okay.
I'll take what
So
I
what's
get.
your AC? I'm confused.
My AC is 13, but you gave me some armor, like, back before we went on the Marquise's mission. I don't remember what that was.
If it's studded leather, your base armor should be 13. And then add your
Yes.
dexterity modifier to it. So
Okay.
what's your dex mod?
+3.
So your AC is 16.
My
Yeah.
AC should B16 according to Kopak.
Okay, so she tries to slice at you with the dagger, and it doesn't hit. It just you're able to dodge back, and she hisses in frustration. And now you guys can roll initiative. Kopak, it is at this point that you notice that Varen is gone.
Got it.
And
Also, Ruby, write down that AC somewhere.
I did. And in the distance behind a corner, you hear, "Oh Jesus, fuck!" Followed immediately by, "I don't know who Jesus is, but he sounds like a small guy." Followed immediately by the exact same sentence in Elvish, so she can hear it.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. Okay. So, initiatives 20 and above.
Oh, hold on, I didn't roll.
Sorry, 20 or above, you said?
20 and above.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Varen, 20 and above? No? All right.
No.
15 and above.
15.
Okay. All right. 10 and above.
10. 10 even.
Kopak, what
I
did
got
you
a
get?
12.
Okay. All right.
So, I have a question.
Yes.
This random drow lady is attacking me just because I'm a person.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight her.
Okay. On your turn, you could try to use persuasion. And Misai also is going to try to use persuasion. I will give you that little bit of
So what I'm wondering is if Varen is in this fight, being attacked by a random lady just doing something based on prejudices, he's not going to engage. He's just going to attempt to dodge her attacks the entire time. Would that only be based on my AC?
No, you as a rogue can use your bonus action to disengage, which means you cannot be to disengage. You can't be attacked.
Okay.
So yes, you can do that, especially if
Or you can do
disengage.
use your main action.
Disengage says it only avoids opportunity attacks.
I think those are new rules, not old.
New rule?
I think that's 2024 rules, not.
No, that's in the original rules. But he can take the dodge action as his main action.
That's what I was thinking. Dodge, or sorry. No, disengage means you can't. Oh, opportunity attack so you can run away, and then dodge action so you can get away. That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't provoke an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the dodge action.
So you can take both since you're a rogue, you can take both the action and the bonus action. But okay, so she is actually up first. It is the top of the new round. So she's gonna try to slice at you again. She got a dirty 20.
Okay, so it says here that in the notable changes in 2024, the dodge action is a standard action that allows a character to focus on evading attacks. It grants disadvantage to attack rolls made against the character until the start of their next turn.
Yes.
So do I
roll for that? That was the same in the base.
Does
she roll disadvantage is what I'm saying.
Yes. I mean, even without disadvantage, she wouldn't hit. So, I rolled a 4. And I don't think that's going to hit you. So
I thought you said you rolled a dirty 20.
I rolled a dirty 20 for initiative.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So she tries to slice and dice again, and it does not work.
And Elvish, I say, this is fairly aggressive for a sales campaign.
All right. All right, and she is going to use the bonus action to try to shove you again. So I need you to roll an athletics or acrobatics.
21.
Okay. She tries to shove you. You easily dodge it.
I mean,
right.
if you want to put your hands on me, just ask.
All right.
I will preference, just to let you know, preference it ahead of it if I'm saying it in Elvish.
Okay. Sounds good. So that was not an Elvish, then.
Nope.
Okay. So she's very frustrated, but it's your turn now. She could not hit you, could not shove you. She's
I'm
very upset.
going to roll an attack, but my attack is going to be to pat her on the head.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Do it.
It'll be so funny.
That is 12.
Total. Yes, I will allow it.
Okay.
All right, so you give.
Oh, what's that one line? Oh, I say in Elvish, temper, temper.
Okay. Okay. So, Kopak, Najma, you haven't noticed, or I guess Kopak has sort of shouted. Kopak, have you let everybody know that Varn is missing?
Yeah.
Varen's Varening.
Yeah.
Varn's in trouble again.
Okay. So, Misai sort of swears under her breath, in Primordial. And you guys, and then she turns around and starts running towards Varnitz. So Misai is up next. She is going to sort of run around the corner, and as soon as she sees the drow, she is going to cast Burning Hands. All right, and the elf, the drow lady gets burned. So she sort of screeches and then turns away, and then Misai sort of hisses at her in Elvish. What do you think you're doing to my friends? And the drow sees Misai and then sort of eyes wide, and she says, "You may be favored, but you won't always be." And then she spits at her feet and then runs away.
Can I roll to throw something at her?
Yeah, you have an opportunity attack.
All right, I'm going to use it to throw something. And I'll tell you
Okay.
what it is if I succeed.
Okay. I don't know if you tell me regardless.
Ooh, 19. I'm going to throw a gold coin at her.
Okay. You throw it at her. It hits her on her head. She got it. And then looks down and goes, and then runs away.
Thank. And then I yell in Elvish. I'll tell everyone how good it was.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay. So,
I should have said give you high reviews. Damn it.
so Misai just kind of turns to you, Kopak and Najma. You guys, I'm gonna say that you guys are at this time sort of running up, and you see sort of the last of it. Do either of you speak Elvish?
Nope. Just Infernal. I'm in an Infernal.
I think I do, actually. Let me double check. No, I don't.
Okay. So you guys don't understand what was being said. But you did see Varen throw a gold piece at this drow elf as she ran away. Um, she did not seem very happy about it. Um, Misai sort of just
Can I
turns.
say something to both of them?
Yeah.
Man, the prostitutes here are aggressive.
Misai just goes, that I've found favor with some of the nobles here, and a lot of the common folk are unhappy about it. So they took it out on you. I'm sorry about that.
Wait, you mean she was trying to kill me? I could have died.
Yes.
No, I don't say that. It's a joke.
Okay. She said she goes. I am sorry. There. It, each city has its ups and downs, you know.
Don't worry about it, Mimosa.
He's back.
If you knew what my early childhood was like, you wouldn't be worried about me at all.
All right. Well. Let's keep going then. And she leads you further into the city. And you guys come to a nice little house. Now this is different because it is a house and not a well, you don't really have a word for it, but apartment. Not a small. It's not a set of rooms within a larger building. It is its own separate building. She has a little yard. Um, it's on the northern side of town. Let me adjust the map. It's on the no, it is on the northern side of town. Um, there seem to be more individual houses here rather than multi-roomed buildings where people live. Um, and yeah, kind of like she said, she has a little garden of mushrooms. Um, it's pretty cute overall. And she leads you inside. She says, I'm so sorry. So I'm honestly surprised none of you asked at this point. But uh, go ahead and get a seat, and I will explain how I found you and what I've really been doing here. So she lets you sit down, and she goes into presumably the kitchen, and she comes out with a um, with sort of a tea service. There's a sort of funky smell coming from it. And she explains, it's a little unusual, but I must say I've really fallen in love with some of the mushroom teas that they make here. So please help yourself, and she'll pour cups for all of you.
Mm.
So, I'm surprised. None of you really asked how I found you and what I was doing out there. But I guess I've kind of hinted at it. I've been doing errands for Her Highness and some of the other nobles in the area, and I was sent out on a mission, or rather, I was out on a mission and I came back and there were some scouts had said that uh, the Lady Wolf appeared to them and told them that there were some visitors that had appeared from up top, and that she wanted you guys to be here to come here, and I hoped it was you, and so I volunteered for the mission, and that's why it was me particular to find you there. Um, for tonight, I I really only have the one bedroom. I have a spare room that can be put to use with a sofa, but yes, I apologize. I don't really have much in way of accommodations for other people. But um, I we'll figure something out for you guys to sleep tonight, and in the morning that we have a meeting with the nobles of Shersant. So they knew you were coming already, so they want to find out what exactly is going on up top and explain to you their side of the story of what has happened with their uh, distant cousins. Is that agreeable?
Does it seem like there's bad blood between the cousins?
Oh yes, oh yes. Um, the the Wolfsworn Drow are not at all happy with the Adriania Sworn Drow, uh, but they're also not happy with the goddess Adriania. But yes, the Adriana Sworn Drow seem to be. Well, they. I mean, you've seen them. They show themselves as better than everybody simply because they worship the goddess Adriania, and it's I wasn't a fan, but yes, there's definitely bad blood, as you say, between them. Um, but they will tell you all their story tomorrow. Let's get you settled. Kopak, I don't know if I have anything big enough that would fit you. Um,
I can just take the floor.
are you sure?
It's
Oh,
fine. I have my bedroll.
all right. Well, okay. Um, Najma, would you be opposed to sharing a bed? Mine is really big. And will give us a little bit of privacy. Lauren, you can take the sofa in my sitting room if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
All right. Najma,
Girls' night sleepover.
yeah.
Yeah.
um, and so she sort of tells us about setting up, and shows you the rest of the house. Um, it's it looks really nice. It has a bunch of appliances and things that you're not familiar with. Um, so Copac, I imagine it's very intriguing for you. The house, like most of the city, has the glowing purple lines that go throughout it. In this case, there are purple lines that surround the property, and there are lines that go up the walls, and that line the hallways. Um, they Misai explains that they act both as lights and as barriers, and magical protections. And the the sitting room that you were in has a tall table, as has been typical of what you have seen in Hidianju. It's a tall table. Uh, the tea is served out of what looks to be china from Sayasani, which would be, you imagine, would be very hard to get. And um, most things, if possible, seem to be made out of stone rather than wood. Misai shows you to her living room area. She has some books. She has some little mushrooms and planters that she explains that she's trying to crossbreed some of them, and is kind of goes off on a little tangent about her growing programs that she's put in place with these mushrooms and what they like. And there's again a couple of books. There's a low table. There's what looks to be sort of a chase lounge type of couch, and she points to that to you, Warren, and says, "If that would work, that's what I was thinking of. Copac, there is space on the floor. I can move this table a little bit, and it should be big enough for you." So she shoves the table against the wall, where her bookshelf is, and there is enough space for a full-grown loxodon to lie down. Um,
As long as I don't have to stand in the closet like Futurama.
well, I mean, you're always welcome to do that, Hobart. But she does show you where the bathroom is. It's down the hall. It has an actual flushing toilet, much like those in Hidianju had. Castle Memel certainly had one. Um, your the diplomatic quarters in Heli had more of a fancy hole in the ground. Um, but in Castle Memel, the quarters that you were given had actual toilets, which you guys won't really be familiar with. You guys are used to nice holes in the ground. So this place also has the fancy toilets. It has running water and the lights. Misai shows you how the lights can be turned on and off by tapping a certain part of the wall. And then she says, Najma, if the boys are all ready, I can show you where my room is. Also, in case, well, I guess if you guys need anything. And she sort of says that, and roll me an insight check. Kopak and, well, I guess all of you.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
10 plus 0.
18.
Okay.
19.
Okay. Varn, you are too busy looking at the light devices where you're supposed to touch the wall and saying, "Is this going to electrocute me again?" To really pick up on it. But Varn and Najma definitely noticed she does not want to be disturbed at night. She's only saying that to be polite. That if you need anything, you can come get me. This is where I am. I mean, Najma, you guys are going to be in the same room, but she's definitely only saying that to be polite because she's the host. She does not want to be woken up.
Ah, she's also not a morning person. Got it.
Gotcha, understood.
Um, and then she says, if the boys are done, Najma, I can show you to where we are. And she heads down the hallway and into a little bedroom. She does have um, a a bed that is fairly large. It's fairly simple. It's not canopied or anything. It's it's just a mattress raised off the ground and will look to be a couple of very few sheets that are sitting there that seem to be very, very lightweight. There's not really any blankets. There is, however, a very large collection of weapons on the far wall, and a couple of chairs and what looks to be cleaning equipment that is kept over there, and a window to an outside garden as well as a closet.
Najma points at the weapons rack and says, how'd you end up acquiring all of those?
How'd I end up acquiring all of them? Oh, well, uh, and she sort of goes through and she says, well, um, this dagger I got off of a falcon trader that ended up being a traitor, and it was a job that me and one of my cousins did, and is a lot of interesting things happened, and it was a good weapon, and so I took it. It's made out of um, it's made out of bone steel, and so yeah, good memories mostly. Uh, and then this one is a saber that I took off of well, don't tell Copac. But I took it off of Loxodon. And it was it was it was a very difficult fight. And but it was a nice saber and a very good fight. And so it became mine. Just to remember it by. Uh, and she sort of goes through and tells you sort of the stories behind each weapon. She does have one weapon that she says that it is a great sword, and it is a from a drow. And she says she got it off of a drow sentry when she first got here to the city.
You mean you just
Ooh,
took it off
Mamot
them?
guards.
Well, when I first got here, they I didn't make a good first impression, and so we got into a scuffle. And yes, well, that's actually what got me put into the attention of the nobles here. So it ended up being a good thing. But
I see.
yes, she's kind of like looking at you, sort of out of the corner of her eye. Um, you can kind of tell she's a little bit nervous as to what you're thinking of her sort of revealing this about herself.
You're giving her social anxieties. Cut it out. Stop thinking.
Revealing what about herself exactly?
All of the weapons that she's taken are from people she's killed.
Oh, you've definitely changed a lot since we were since we were separated, and obviously you've been through a lot. I'm just surprised that you have so many of these weapons. I mean,
Oh, I mean, some of them I've had for years and years. She points to the saber, or she points to the knife that she said she got from the Falcon Noble. This was one of my first ever jobs. But my family, well, we did. We were mercenaries basically, and sort of whatever we were paid to do is what we did, and some people paid very handsomely for our services. So it's what I was raised to do.
oh, that explains everything.
Yeah. So there were some people that I upset, and it wasn't a good look for the rest of the family. So I left and found myself in Guayaquil, and then I did a couple of jobs, but there was already another uh, organization that did not take kindly to me taking up their space, and I had to leave. So, yeah, got on the first ship I could and ended up in Ju, and that's how I met you guys.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Najma, can I tell you something?
Sorry, what was that last part?
It's
It
Najma,
kind of cut out.
Najma, can I tell you something?
It should, of course, it can't be any. It probably won't be any more startling than what you told us already. She says this jokingly, half jokingly.
Half jokingly. All right. Well, um, you're really the first person I'd consider a friend outside of, my people who work my family. Um, so you're pretty special to me.
Oh, you're so kind. I consider as soon as we ended up all being together as a party, I considered you a friend.
Oh,
I'm just
good.
glad we're all back together again, honestly.
Yes. Um, well, I know it's been, I guess a couple of days. But um, we should probably go to sleep. Should probably go to sleep sometime soon.
Oh, I apologize. I was waiting on you. I didn't want to. I didn't want to.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
I didn't want to interrupt your stories.
Oh, you're okay. I have a screen that I changed behind over here. We can take turns if you're okay with that.
No, I was completely fine with that. She's just really tired, so she's gonna try to go to sleep immediately.
Okay.
Oh my
So
god, that'd be me too in real life.
yeah, honestly. Okay, so you guys settle down for the night. Kopak and Varen, are you guys doing anything while the girls are in the room chit chatting?
They're having guys night.
Yeah.
I'm doing maintenance.
Okay.
We cannot divulge the secrets of guys' night, so I can't tell you what we're doing.
Okay.
But it might involve
Lauren, is
scary
there
stories and talking about boys.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Lauren, is there any updates to your equipment you need?
I mean, if you could upgrade my armor again, that'd be awesome.
Not yet. I think I need to hit level 9 or 10 for it to go to +2.
Alright. Varen, how nosy do you get?
Huh?
Do you poke around Misai's stuff that is in the sitting room?
No, why?
Just wondering. I wouldn't put it past you.
You see, when you find a friend again after losing them, you try extra hard not to lose them again.
Fair enough.
I mean, if he's not going to be nosy, Kopak is with all this fancy equipment.
I do apologize. I have to use the bathroom real fast.
How dare you? I'm guessing IRL. Okay. Do we all want to take a break for a second, or are we good?
I'm good for now. Is it okay
I'm
if
good.
we're gonna do stuff like just to like I don't know
Fast-forward it.
next week or 10?
I did not understand you with the yawn. Sorry.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Is it okay if we're gonna go longer at the very most till like 10?
Yeah, not that much longer.
Okay. Look it up.
Okay, so Kopak.
So Kopak is snooping through all the equipment.
Okay. What is in that room is mostly books. Um, the books do overall seem to be pretty boring. They mostly seem to be history books or a couple of sort of vague sort of martial arts type books. Ones that sound very pretentious. Uh, Nothing too interesting. There are some papers on the table that she moved out of the way um, that are written in Elvish, but you don't read Elvish.
Nope.
So yeah, it would be interesting, but you really don't know. So that's about all she has in there, unless you were checking out her bathroom. So all four of you do have to share a bathroom. She only has one.
When Varn gets back, I'll bug him to see what the newspaper says.
Okay.
Varn, read me a bedtime story. Read this paper.
All right. Yeah. What equipment are you working on, Kopat?
I think we're- I will do some basic upkeep on the arm and on my secret project I still need a gem for.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Najman Kopak, I'm just gonna go ahead fast forward. Say that you guys head to bed. Um, Nothing happens during the night. You just, you know, you sleep. You wake up the next morning. At least you assume it's morning. It's really hard to tell time. Um, oh, one last thing in the sitting room, there is a water clock that tells time via water droplets, basically, and how if you don't know what it is, it exists IRL that you can look up. And it does seem to indicate morning, or at least the beginning of the 24-hour period. And that is when Misai sort of starts to get up and walk around and make tea and everything. All right. So yeah. Um, I will wait then until Ruby gets back from the bathroom.
Let's hope it doesn't eat him.
Which limb is Ruby losing this time?
What?
What?
I heard my name.
I did. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing happened.
Roll
um,
for it.
All right. I just time skipped. It's the next morning, unless
Cool.
there's anything you want to do.
Oh, is that what a time skip is considered?
The next morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if there's something you want to do, let me know, and I'll let you do it. I just have to, know about it.
All right. Hear me out.
Oh no.
I'm going to sneak off into the night and do dumb shit.
And not get killed somehow?
I will
Magically.
actively stop you on this one.
Yeah. You have to step over Big Huge Elephant Man. Well, I guess you are a rogue.
Elephant. I will sleep in front of the door so he can't open it.
But
No, cannon out, cannon out. Kopak decided to fall asleep. If he's going to sleep on the floor anywhere, he's going to be in front of the door.
Alright. Okay, so
You
uh
vaguely had a dream of something heavy on top of you, pulling on something on your back, but you don't know why.
alright. So Varen has a wild night. But yeah, you guys all wake up in the morning, as I was saying, or what you think is morning. According to the water clock in the sitting room, it is the beginning of a 24-hour period. And Misai is waking up. Um, she wakes you up. She makes more of the mushroom tea stuff that she made yesterday. It's weird. It tastes really weird. It tastes like dusty, and also it's not sweet. It has a very umami flavor.
Earthy.
Yes.
Kopak eats a banana
From whence do you produce a banana?
from my bag of infinite food.
Aha.
Oh no, wait. I think I had bread in there,
I think you put bread in
so I pull out like 5 loaves of bread.
there. Okay. Um, Misai says, "Oh, I can make toast if you'd like."
You cut out there.
Oh, she says, "Oh, I could make toast if you'd like."
Sure, that sounds good.
Hmm. I'll be honest. Most of the food down here is just different types of mushrooms. But it's a surprising amount of variety. We do have some meat. Uh, yeah, I'll go pick that up. And she disappears into the kitchen, and soon there is the smell of something fried. And yeah, within the
She fried
next,
my bread.
she did not make fry bread. Uh, she is frying meat. And yeah, she about 20 minutes later she says, "All finished. Come on in." And she has food ready. She has sliced and uh, grilled like sautéed mushrooms, mixed in with extremely small eggs. It's not quite caviar, but it is very small eggs. And uh, mushrooms mixed in. There's toast. Um, there's no. There is a sort of purplish butter. Um, and a dark purple milk, and she says, "What?" And a sort of sausage question mark. She doesn't explain that bit, but she says, "Well, food is ready if you'd like. We're going to need our strength today if we're going to go talk to the court. So go ahead, eat up, and she will serve you all and begin to eat." Now, if you guys are not, I'm imagining you guys are eating. If you're not, please let me know. But yes, you guys eat your breakfast, and then you guys start to head out to the very center of town where she had, when she first brought you into the city, where she first pointed out that this is sort of the nobles' places where they lived. And I will say that is really all that the DM had planned for today. So,
Oh.
yeah, I was gonna have you guys meet the court tomorrow. So, yeah.
Okay.
Unless there is anything you guys would like to add or would like to do, uh, that's all I got.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
For next time, Kopak wants to do Technomancer thing when we're done with the royalty.
Okay.
Because he
Yeah.
heard technology.
Yes.
Oh boy,
there-
I get to speak Elvish again.
Varn might have to be my translator.
Prepare for many, many, many Varn.
No. This is great.
Be very-
Varn thrives on being someone no one wants to speak to, but everyone has to talk to.
Yeah, that sounds very foreign.
There's gonna be so many Varn antics next time.
That or I'll just cast tongues on myself.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also, saying it now, if the drow that attacked me shows up in the royal family, no one says anything. It's funnier that way.
All right.
I think only Misai and you saw her technically. Because you guys were the only two that.
You rolled a 20,
attacked.
remember? You rolled 20 and saw her
You-
drag me away.
Yeah, you guys did all see her as she ran away. Because Varn threw a piece of gold at her head.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, the question is, how clearly did we see her? Did Kopek and I and Nasha see her? That's the question.
It was a brief second, but you definitely saw her face.
I see.
But whether or not you're able to pick out different drow,
that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. So, all right.
We'll see.
I'm not going to say the truth.
Yeah, I hope you guys kind of had fun. I know it was a lot of like cutscene stuff today, but I wanted to get you guys established in the city and catch up with Misai a little bit. So, yeah.
More technology for me to steal.
Yeah.
Kopek's just fucking so fucking hyped.
Technology.
Like he probably doesn't like show it much, but he's just fucking screaming. He's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
He is basically a kid in a candy store.
Absolutely, he is. All right. Well, thank you guys. And I will see you guys Sometime later. Thank you guys. Anybody who's
Okay.
watching.